I wasn't planning on going live today. I actually did kind of a last minute spur of the moment thing, but earlier this morning I was working on engineers and basically did some stuff. Okay. I did some stuff. So let's go over the engineers a little bit. Let's just review, because this is probably the only way that I can find an easy button. I like to find easy buttons. I like to do things easy, but now this is not fair because I actually have a saved main, which I've done all the engineers, so it looks like that save transferred onto this save. So the primary four are Elvira Martuk, right? The primary four. Let's see, by distances. No. By name. No. By access level. Elvira Martuk, Felicity Farseer, Marco Quint, and Professor Palin. These, if you do these, you're good to go for maybe exploration, doing some trade missions, etc. So you don't have to go crazy into engineering. These four are the basics. So Felicity you'll get as you're questing. And when you do Felicity afterwards, you will learn about Elvira. Elvira actually gives you access to a lot more other engineers. Marco Quint's the hardest one. And I said Marco Quint, basically you have to get access to the series system, SIRIUS system. It's permit locked, and it's permit locked by the Series Corporation. Now it's pretty easy to do that, because all you have to do is do some scans, and you're doing that in the beginning anyway. You're doing some exobiology, some scans. You deliver your data to a Series Corporation station, let's say in the Procyon system. I don't know if I said that right. And then basically that will give you Series Corporation ally rating. You need to be allied. It's not friendly, it's allied. And they'll give you access to series system. There you can unlock Marco Quint. This one is the longest one. If you know, there's steps you can take to actually get around it, but to make it shorter, and that is to do the exobiology or the scanning, the exploration data, and drop it off in the Procyon system where Series Corporation is. Palin, though, Professor Palin requires you to do 5,000 light years. And my time, it was 5,000 light years round trip. So just to be safe, you can do 5,000 light years pretty easy in one afternoon, about 3 hours or so. You can get 5,000 light years. Now, if you do some scanning and all that, that gives you some data, so that helps you out a lot. So those are your four primary engineers. You can pretty much go and do the game without doing any other engineers in the beginning, okay? But if you want to do, for instance, if you want to do combat, if you want to do other things, you cannot and I'm talking about Horizon stuff, space stuff, you can't actually just stay with the 4, so you have to do others. Now, I looked at Colonia, and they require three engineers to be unlocked and to give a referral. And that's Liz Ryder, the Dweller, Elvira, no, 4 actually. Liz Ryder, the Dweller, Elvira, and Todd the Blaster McQuinn. Now, Todd the Blaster McQuinn does, we're going to go and see him now because he does some things that I like, that I want to actually engineer. Liz Ryder does missile racks. Elvira does, and on Elvira I did a G5 FSD drive, so that's important. And then there's the Dweller who does distros, so you're gonna have to get a distro done at the Dweller. So those 4, so you can get the ones in Colonia. Now there are others, like for instance Celine Jean does armor, Lei Chung does shielding. So there are others that you need, and right now I like to put Bill Turner for cargo racks, the Mercoin cargo racks. So there are others you can do, like Zachary Nemo can do railguns, Jury Ishmak you can do sensors, etc., etc. So right now we're going to do a few. We're going to go and do, because they're actually unlocked, I made sure to unlock them. The Blaster's unlocked, that's why he's blinking, right? And then the Dweller's unlocked, right? We did the distro with the Dweller, right? We went to see him already in Word, and we locked his blueprint. Now you don't have to keep going back to them. That's why we pinned the blueprint. So I pinned charged enhanced power, and so that's why I did that. So I don't have to go back to him. I can just upgrade it. Now I do have to go back to him if I want to put the experimental on, and just to note. So right now, we can go and do jury, and I like to go by distance. So jury, right, is in Jirac, and I can go unlock him. Okay, and he does scanners, mines, and missiles. Why scanners? Because the scanners are probably the heaviest other component that you need to reduce the weight on if you're going long distances. Okay, other person that I'm going to go see is Todd the Blaster, and he's pretty close, 74 light years away. And I'm going to go see Zachary Nemo, which I actually need to go get 25 units of Zyborma companions, bimorphic companions. So let's go and do Todd the Blaster first. Now we're in Shinrada Desra, so we're gonna go and do that first. Now I know this is pretty boring. Once it's done, it's done. Once you finish it, it's out of the way. And you should, as a new player or even an older player, just try to get all your engineers out of the way so you don't have to do it anymore. Even the ground ones. The ground ones, I find that you don't need them all. You don't really need them all. At least 4. If you have 4 ground, for your suit engineers, I think you have enough. So here we are. Let me see. So basically, I'm gonna do the engineers, and with an engineered Caspian, I'm gonna go back to Colonia, okay, and do the ground engineers there. Whatever I can upgrade with my suits, I'll do that, okay. Problem with engineers in Colonia or engineers for Odyssey is there's a lot of them, okay. There's a lot of them. There's a lot to unlock. You have to do a lot of different missions and such. So, those, again, that's a grind within itself. So right now, I'm looking at 15 to 16 engineers just for Horizon materials. Just for space stuff. Okay, so if you add the ground ones, that's a lot of engineers. So this is one system that they actually need to actually fix. Engineering needing to fix. Yo, what's up? What's up, Kicks? What's going on, Belly? What are you doing? I'm here, dude. I'm here. I'm streaming right now. I've had some issues with my ears. I've had some kind of infection, so I can barely hear. And putting headphones on my ears wasn't an option. So I've kind of been off for a few days. You there? What are you doing?
I was looking for you last night. But...
Yeah.
We'll talk later when you're done.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you later. Anyway, engineering is probably incredibly important to do. You gotta do it. It just has to be done. You can do it slowly. You can do it in phases. Like I did the first 4 engineers. You have to have materials ready when you go see the engineers, so that's why I recommended the doing the power play, right? Doing the power play and getting the care packages. Now we don't know what's gonna happen with mining, right? We don't know what's gonna happen with mining, with surface mining. Is it going to be the same shit, different day, or is it going to be better? So, in my opinion, it's a money grab. They already have a solution to the surface mining. It's up to them to actually fix it, right? If they don't want to fix it, they don't want to fix it. My solution is when we had the egg hunt, we were able to pick up materials off the Radicoida, right? Well, just allow us to interact with the materials off the brain trees and crystalline structures and the lava places on surface. That's it. But they didn't have to do a rhino, but they have to make money, right? So that's why I introduced the rhino. No one would buy the rhino if you can interact with those materials, and all you have to do is get out of your ship, press the E button, and you got yourself the material, right? And it's actually more fun because you're shooting stuff with your gun. So actually that would be more fun. I thought the egg hunt was fun as hell. I really liked it. Too bad it was so short-lived. It was 3 days. 3 days. So, engineers have to be done. So I'm only doing it on stuff I like the missile racks, the rail guns. I'm doing it on equipment that I like the frag cannons. I'm gonna probably do the pacifier. The frag cannons, I really like the pacifier. And so it's like a shotgun in space. So that's a really awesome weapon. So okay, we're going to the blaster. We're gonna finish the blaster. So far we have Felicity done, Elvira done, Marco done, Palin done, Ryder, the Dweller. Ryder took a long time. Okay, there are some things that you need to know. Like for instance, Zachariah and Nemo. You do have to have, in some cases, you do have to have reputation with the factions that they represent. So you might want to check to see what requirements are to trigger the actual engineer. Like for instance, Zachary Nemo require Yoru party reputation. So all you have to do is deliver some data. Okay, but where you deliver that in that system was a specific location, right? I think it's called Hayden Dock. And so you deliver to that location, and there's in that location there is you get a mission to unlock the actual engineer. So it has most of the things in this game have something to, you have to unlock it first. You have to do some kind of reputation, unlock it, then deliver something to these people. Right? I think I'm missing something from Todd the Blaster. Let me see. Am I missing something? No. Okay, so I want to upgrade the railguns. Todd the Blaster has a railgun. I really like the railguns. Now we can do high capacity, lightweight railgun, long range, and my favorite, short blaster. The short blaster deals out a lot of damage. So my combo is pack hound missiles for the long range and the hammer for short range. So I get up close and personal and I shoot them with the hammer. Now hopefully I have enough materials to do all four. I have four hammers on this. I might not do them all because I can also do them in Colonia after I get some materials, because I'm running out. Now I'm waiting to come back to the bubble because I'm waiting to see if they're going to do something with colonization in Colonia. Now if they are, we'll actually know probably tomorrow or Thursday if they're going to do something in Colonia. So with colonization. If they're not, I'm going to leave 3 accounts up in Colonia with a fleet carrier and wait for Galtia and the Dukes of Myken to come up before I do colonization. But that's my plan. I do have 12 accounts. 3 I'm going to leave up there. And then another 3 I'm probably going to put somewhere on the Sagway. Somewhere along there and build another bubble. We'll see. But yeah, so I don't like to go back and forth. That's why I'm gonna leave the 3 accounts there so I can actually just play with the 3 up there. If I want to play in Colonia, I just log into the accounts and I play the 3 up there. So that's the plan. Okay, so the hammer, I got short range blasters, the experimental There's a lot you can do, right? A lot you can do. I like oversized. I like oversized for dealing damage. For the blueprint, I'm going to actually pin the short range blaster. Okay. So that's one railgun done. Now I know what you're thinking. Why don't you do some long range ones? No, because if you see the damage I deal with these railguns on in the short range, it's phenomenal. They actually do a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Short range wise. And if there's 4 of them, I've had 4 railguns shooting at the same time. It's detrimental to the other player. 2 shots, I 2-shot them. I could pretty much 2-shot them, and they blow up. Most of the time. Sometimes they do get away from me. But if I do a combo of Pancal missiles and the railguns, the hammers, it's lethal. Now, the general in operations, now that was a problem because I couldn't, I didn't do too well against him, but I played it more defensively. I had, what am I doing? I had a lot of shielding, and I should have had a lot of shielding. I should have more or less had shield cell banks besides just the shielding. Alright, so I'm gonna, no, I didn't want to, why did I do long range? Did I do long range? Ah. Okay. That's okay. We'll leave it there. We didn't want to do that. I want to do the blaster. Short range blaster. Or we can do double. We can do long range and short range. So back. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. 2 long range, 2 short range. Long range blaster. Okay. All these materials are off the care packages. So getting to about level 150 in your power play guarantees you to have pretty much all the materials you need to upgrade for these things for your ship. At least one ship. At least one ship. If you want to do more than one ship, you're gonna need to get more material. I do mining for merits, which gives me the raw materials plus the care packages. Now the only thing it doesn't give you is the data from Odyssey, right? The data from Odyssey, but that's easily obtainable, and I've been mining that stuff for a long time, so I do have a lot stored in the squadron carrier. Okay. I'm out of cracked industrial firmware. That's nice. Cracked industrial firmware. And that's the stuff you get from, what's his face? Okay. Oversized. So I didn't do too well. I didn't do too well. I'm out of materials already. But I can go and get them swapped out at the data broker. Why'd I do that? Huh? Was it bugged out? Okay, short range. Okay. Long range. Okay. Long range 4. Okay. Let's do one short range. Anytime now. Okay, so we got the hammer done. Cracked industrial firmware is you can collect it at Jameson's crash site, or you can swap it out between other materials from a materials trader. Problem with colonization is that they didn't think things through too well. Hey, what's going on, my friend? Yeah, I didn't leave yet, Phaser. I actually got an ear infection yesterday, and I just didn't do anything. I didn't even play. You know, I just watched videos on YouTube. Yeah, I had fever and all that, so I decided to just lay off, and then now I'm kind of waiting to see what happens this week, and I'll probably just leave. I'll probably leave this week sometime. I'll let you guys know when I'm leaving, because yeah, I don't know what it is. I have this nasty ear infection. It's just not going away. I'm using antibiotics. I eardrops, and it's just not going away. And I guess when you get old, that's what happens. All right, so we got the Todd the Blaster, and Todd the Blaster will give us Petra Almanova. Okay, so information on Petra Almanova. So we got already an invitation from Celine Jean. Petra Almanova, though, requires 200 units of progenitor cells, and you need a combat rank of expert or higher. So that's a problem. So if you're not gonna do any combat with your tune, then you're not gonna get expert. But Petra, she is in Colonia. Yeah, you see. Oh no, it's blinking. You know, it says unlock combat expert. Expert currently mostly harmless. So I gotta unlock rank of expert and in Pilot Federation, and then she will unlock for me in Colonia, and she is in Asura. Okay, so I did Todd the Blaster. We can unlock other people now. Let me see. There's still a few things we can do. before we go back to Colonia. And I'll probably do that tomorrow. Celine Jean is she needs to get painite, mined painite, 10 units of mild painite, but it says 0. Now here it says 10 units of painite. So does that mean I can just buy it and give it to her? Because it says fulfilled initial contract, blinking. It just says painite. I should try that out. See who I can find with painite and just try it out. See if I can bug it out. Because I don't feel like going mining right now. It actually sucks to be old, man. It really does. It really sucks to be old. Things take longer to heal. You get infections all the fucking time. It just sucks. It really does. I don't like it. I'm trying to keep myself healthy, eating right. I don't drink, I don't smoke. Okay, so this is 190 light years away. Somebody has, but they're... This one's 400. God damn it. Why is it? Why do you have it so expensive, dude? Tea House of Oceans. Oh, why not? Let's see if he's actually... If he actually has it. And I can actually use it. I might just waste my money. 73 Virginis. I have to go to 73 Virginis. And then I can do... The reason I want to do Celine Jean is she's got the armor. So... In combat, you need your armor. If your shield goes down and you're getting hit, you need that armor. You need your armor to hold off... to hold off any attack. So that's a problem. 07 Tom, how are you? So I'm doing some the reason I'm doing my engineering on an alt is because I want to do the engineers in Colonia, but they need referral, right? They need referral. Let me see, is Mel Brandon open? No. But I need because I need to get access to the Colonia Council. So I need to become an ally, I guess, with Colonia Council. But that's easily said and done. So Mel Brandon, I think Mel Brandon, who else? Petra, Olmanova. They require that. Okay. It really is a lot. You see me, I'm an experienced player and I'm having a really hard time with all this engineering shit. Seriously. It's too much. 4 engineers just like in Colonia. Why can't they have 4 engineers? And all in the same place. Put them in Shinrada. For God's sakes. It's really... I mean, they have them all over the bubble. So you have to fly back and forth. It becomes a quest. It becomes a quest to do this stuff. But right now, how many engineers are going to have after I finish Colonia? It's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 engineers. Are you kidding? Come on, dude. 18 engineers? That's craziness. "18 engineers. If you make the rules of a game too hard, or you make the game too hard, too grindy to be achievable, people are going to play. People aren't going to play. They're not going to play. People perceive the engineering, doing this engineering. It's the aesthetics of the game. When you make the aesthetics grindy, they say, "Oh, this game's too grindy. Don't play it." And we don't live in a newspaper society. We live in an internet society. So the word goes around. Hey, Elite Dangerous is too grindy. Don't play it. 18 engineers. 18, 4 in Colonia, 14 so far. I looked at how many I need. And that's not including the Odyssey engineers. If you add 6 or 8 of those, 20-something engineers, that's craziness. Has anyone at FDev thought this through? Okay, 4 in Colonia, but have 4 in the bubble, and another 4 for whatever for. For the ground. Let me see. Where is this guy? T House of Ocean. Let me see if this guy has Pay Night. But he wants a little bit too much for the Pay Night. So 18 engineers plus the Odyssey ones, so 24 engineers. That becomes a grind. It's ridiculous. That's too much. That's not gameplay. That's really bad thinking. Really, they didn't think things through. They really didn't. Engineering should not be gameplay. It should be a subcategory of the game. You just do your engineering. Create missions that you can do, like what they're doing now with operations. But engineering is, my goodness. Zachary Nemo, Ram Ta, Celine Jean, Haratani, Didi Vitamin, Lee Chang, Bill Turner. And that's not the other stuff that like the Sarge or the other ones that it's craziness. Where is this guy parked? In the ring? Anyway, that's just a thought. I wouldn't do that with these guys. Actually, I would make the players the engineers so they can engineer their own shit. I'd make it part of the game, part of the attributes. And it's not too late to add those. Like strength or dexterity in Dungeons and Dragons, right? You can add those things to this game. So we can actually fight better, play better. And then sub-attributes, they can be the engineers. We can be the engineers. Because we become apprentices to those engineers. So we can do our own shit, so we don't have to actually go to those engineers all the time. That's what I would have done. And then it becomes interesting. I don't have to I don't have to keep going back to those engineers. I can do my own engineering, right? So then it makes it gameplay. It makes it fun gameplay because I have to build my own portfolio of things I'm gonna engineer. And let's say your teammates, squadron, they have the same thing. One guy does, I don't know, one guy does the pacifier, one guy does rail guns, one guy does another one, so they can engineer shit for you. Now that's teamwork. Alright, so I need 10. I'm gonna buy from this person, let's see if I can just deliver it to Gene. Pay 9. Jesus, look at this. They want 4 million for this shit. That's okay. 40 million. Okay. Let's say you have, you can do the same thing like in Colonia. You have four things you can engineer. Your own personal engineer. You're gonna be an engineer also. You know, frame shift drive, the engines. You still got to go to Palin. You got to unlock the thing, and he teaches you how to do your own engineering. You give him some money, and he teaches you. He gives you lessons.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
But like right now, I'm counting more than almost 30. And how many engineers do we have in this game, for God's sakes? 30 engineers? More than that? Jesus. That's a lot of engineers. That is a lot of engineers. Okay, so let's see if we can do Celine Jean, or do we have to mine? Do we have to mine the materials? Celine Jean. B1 Galaxy map. Cuck. She's in a cuck system. But it's not too late to give players attributes. And you can link it to the Merc coin. You can link it to arcs. You know, have some, like, strength, dexterity, diplomacy. You can get a little bit of bonus on your diplomacy. Talking to, just like influence, right? You can be like, increase your influence by 20%, by 30%, whatever. And increase your reputation by 20-30%. Reduce your, like, one thing I would like is you can reduce your notoriety faster than it takes 2 hours. You know, like, let's say in 1 hour you can reduce notoriety of 10 because you're so popular. You know? Yeah, I need a better fuel scoop. Before I leave, I gotta change it. It's just a thought. Yeah. It's not too late to change that. It's not too late to fix that part of the game. You know. It really isn't. Where the player gets to have stats. And you can have engineering as one of those stats, right?
4, 3, 2, 1.
I guess that would be something for Elite Dangerous 2. You know, if they were ever gonna have an Elite Dangerous 2. But it doesn't look like, even on their main webpage, Elite Dangerous is the bottom of the barrel. I don't think they like this game too much. I really don't. If you look at the main page, it's like the last one. It's next to Planet Coaster. You know?
Frameshift drive charging.
You just can tell. You don't have to. I'm not being paranoid or anything like that. You just can tell that it's not something that they want to put time and effort in. They'll throw shit at us so we can buy it, but we're never gonna see an Elite Dangerous 2 or a DLC or anything like that. And I'm not being negative or anything like that. You can tell, you know, based on their projects that they start. They started different projects, but one of them is not Elite Dangerous. You know, it's not. We're just gonna give you ships. We're gonna give you ships. What the hell is that thing? Bro. We're just gonna give you ships and vehicles, and you buy them. What's up, Sid? Majority of the stuff that I suggest can probably be fixed within a month with a good team. Seriously. It probably can be fixed within a month. Like little stuff. Even paint jobs and fleet carriers that Kix keeps wanting. You know, ship interiors. Even that could be fixed in a month because they already have the ship interiors. The cockpits are all ship interiors, but we can't walk around in our cockpit, right? So everything in this game could probably be fixed within a month. Every problem that there is. If there's a good dedicated team, maybe 10 coders, and then just pop out a DLC. You don't need a lot of money. Probably less than it would take for me to build my game. Yeah, one of these days I'm going to read the actual game design paper. And I'll kind of like share that with you guys. So right now it's just an idea out there. When I get back to the States, I'm gonna start running around and see if I can get funding for it. But it definitely doesn't have to be even. Yeah, I threw it in ChatGPT. I said, how many, with all the things that I wanted to do, how many people do I need to actually build this? You know what the answer was? You'd be shocked. It said 10 people in an indie studio, 200 people in a AAA studio. Where does that come from? 10 people in an indie studio, 200 people in a AAA studio. Okay? That's the answer from ChatGPT. That's the answer from ChatGPT. 10 people in an indie studio. Can you believe that shit? 200 people in a AAA studio. That's craziness. Why 200 people? I don't know. Do you need that many people to actually design a game? Anyway, So the answer is you don't need that many people to actually build a really decent, fine game. You really don't.
Flight engaged.
You don't. You do if the team that you're putting together is lazy and they only work 1 hour a day. You do. You'd have to have 200 people, you know, sitting there collecting a paycheck. But if you have a good 10 people dedicated, working hard, you know, it wouldn't be hard. For God's sakes, I'll even go in there and code. But all the problems in the league in 1 month can be, all of it can be fixed in 1 month. In 1 month. 1 month with a good 10 people. That's the problem with these corporations. They, you know,
docking protocols. Access granted. Proceed to landing pad 03.
the human resources gets in the way, and you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, and all of a sudden 10 people turn into 100 people, right? Because the human resources department needs to work, right? I bet you if companies got rid of the human resources department and the DEI department, they'd flourish. They do a whole lot better. A whole lot better. I'm telling you right now. A whole lot better. Okay, so we're in Cuck. We're prospects the rent. We're at Celine Jean's place. Okay, donate. Okay, so I bought those pay nights, so I didn't need to actually mine them. Thank the Lord God. Because I didn't feel like mining. So why do I want Celine Jean? Because I want to upgrade the armor. Right? Hopefully I can get her to level 5. Yeah, right now what's going on in the gaming industry is amazing. It works fast. It works fast, and they're kicking themselves in the ass. They posting on Blue Sky. Oh, I'm getting fired. I didn't like Halo anyway. I don't like guns. I don't like to shoot guns. Oh well, you know, you're coding, dude. You have a job. Do your job. Shut the fuck up, and that's it. Don't go into coding and game design if you don't like guns. But it's amazing that what's going on in the gaming industry right now. It's just and that's something that I knew was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. Okay. Next is the AI. The AI slop. That's gonna go away too. AI is a tool. It's not a replacement of human. AI doesn't work without humans. AI doesn't work without humans. So that's gonna be the future. Very, very soon. You're gonna see that. And I'm gonna short the fuck out of Nvidia because they kicked themselves in the balls and say we're getting out of the consumer market. That's the worst thing they could have done. They're gonna kick themselves in the balls because they're already suspended some of their orders. Some of these guys ordering their chips, they suspended their orders. They suspended some data centers because they don't see a need for it. Okay, they don't need it. They don't see a need for it. They don't see a need for the fucking data centers, for massive data centers, because they consume a lot of energy, a lot of electricity. You know, and Texas is already at max capacity, so that's going to be another thing that's going to be happening soon. All right. Experimental, we're gonna do deplating, so make it stronger. We're gonna pin this, right, so we can use it in the future. So we got Celine Jean, so that's 2. That's 2, okay? Celine Jean. All right, so I did the railgun already, right, with Todd the Blaster. Todd the Blaster was supposed to be machine guns, but what I want to do with Nemo, I think he's frag cannons also, right? I just want to level his frag cannons. Let's see. Nemo. Yeah, frag cannons, multi-cans and frag cannons. So we got to go to Z. Bimorphic companion. Z bimorphic companion. We got to get 25 of those. Good stuff. Yeah, the Nvidia is going to fucking take a hit like you can't believe. Watch. I'm going to short the fucker down to the floor. I'm actually going to watch the demise of Nvidia because they got out of the consumer market. They should have never done that. They should have never done that. And it'll be too late before they realize what they did was wrong. The way the things work now, a year and a half is like a decade. So their orders have been suspended. Some of the Nvidia orders have been suspended. Some of the data centers have been suspended because the lack of energy. They need huge grids to actually run the data centers.
3, 2, 1, engage.
And my opinion is AI will never replace human beings. You need AI as a tool, and it's a great tool. I use it all the time, right? It's a great tool, but it will never replace human beings. You can even tell, like, let's say AI music. What's missing is its soul. It's missing soul. It's just a software program. Okay, it will never become sentient. And whoever thinks that, they're daydreaming. They're actually sleeping on a job. They're daydreaming, dude. Okay? Seriously. It'll never become sentient. It'll never be anything but a tool. That's it. It doesn't do well without human input. Doesn't do well at all. So they're people's jobs. Okay? People's jobs are safe, in my opinion. Yeah, I do think you need to actually get more training. Get more training in AI. But if you know how to code, Python, that's just it's just a next step to AI stuff. A lot of AI stuff is in Python.
Frameshift drive charging.
So that's like what's going on in the gaming industry is, I mean, think about how much Starfield cost to build. $100 million to build Starfield. $100 million. You know, it's daunting because if you think about it, you know, I did like an analysis how long it would take me to build a Starfield. Not the whole thing, because you don't have to do the whole thing. You can just get the basic done, and the first year you throw in like 4 or 3 DLCs.
Fuel scooping.
But like $100 million? Where the hell did all that money go?
Fuel scoop disengaged.
That's a lot of bonuses and a lot of salary, a lot of overhead. That's a lot of overhead.
4, 3, 2,
But to build a good game, you just need maybe $2 or $3 million, right? To get it launched, to get a beta going, right? $2 or $3 million. You don't need that much money to do that. Zendoc. So we got to pick up some Zihi whatever companions. Is it Zendoc? It's Zendoc, right? Let me see. Nemo, where are you, Nemo? Too many engineers. Why is he in Yoru? Didn't I do this guy already? Zachariah Nemo? Oh yeah. I unlocked the party of Yoru. I had to unlock him. All right. So we got to go back to Yoru to get Nemo. Nemo has the frag cannons. Now, the two weapons that I prefer the most is the pacifier with double shot, okay, and no, I have three weapons: the Imperial hammers, the pacifier, and the pack-out missiles. I really like the pacifier because it's kind of like a shotgun in space, has a wide spread, and does some very good damage. Okay. So if you're fighting those fast ships, like for instance the Kestrels, I would say the pacifier would work good with the Kestrels. Only problem is that you run out of ammo pretty fast. Now the Imperial hammers, you can do a plasma slug and work off your fuel. So that's a good one also. I enjoy those also. And then there's one that nobody talks about. Okay, the shot cannons. They've become OP, dude. Shot cannons. Nobody talks about them. Nobody uses them. Shot cannons are great. Only thing is you overheat like crazy. You do. I used shot cannon one time in power play conflict zone, and I was doing more damage to myself than I was to the, I mean, I was killing those guys with the shot cannons, but I was doing more damage to myself than they were doing to me. I love shot cannons. So now that's the four weapons that I actually enjoy. I don't know if you guys prefer like a different type of weapon. That's great. But like once I get used to a certain weapon, I just try to master it, try to get better and better at it. Like with the AR-50s, when I'm doing operations, I swap out AR-50s. It's like a non-stop barrage of bullets. I'm firing non-stop barrage of bullets at these guys. Zihi. Let me see. There we go. I think I need 25. Is it 25? Yeah, 25. Yeah, so that must be fun to play. Ian, that must be really fun to play. I could see why you would do that. Alright, so let's go back to Euro. And when I do Euro, that'll be Zachariah Nemo. I did Celine Jean already. There's only a few left, and then I will actually be finished. Maybe Didi Vetterman. And then I can go back. Then I can go back to the bubble, to Colonia. The reason I'm doing this is once I leave the character in Colonia, I gotta have something to play when I'm in Colonia, right? So if like there's there's something going on in operations or something going on in Colonia, I can just play that one character that I did the engineering on, I did the upgrades on, that I have the suits with, all the things that they're important. Now I chose this because I chose the Caspian because I plan on jumping the neutron highway. Probably do that some more tonight. See how fast I can get up there. And then gain some kind of some scanning, right? So I can deliver that to the Colonial Council and get upgrade on that one. Got the build from content creator Nug. Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, corrosive would be cool too, because you're actually.
You have left the no-fire zone. Flight control out.
That would just like go through the
4, 3,
hull of the ship pretty fast, right? And dispersal. Yeah, that would be a good build. 6 frag cannons. Wow.
fuel scoop disengaged.
So I would say, all in all, if you plan out, and maybe one of these days I'll have like a some kind of schematic or planning schematic where you can plan out your engineering. Because it's a lot, man. I'm already it's already past 20 engineers. Can you imagine that shit? 20 engineers, 24, 28. How many engineers do we have in this game?
3, 2,
Seriously. You don't need that many engineers. You really don't. Lucas, I'll be honest with you, they can do that tomorrow. They just need a good dedicated team, and they can do ship interiors tomorrow. Not the full ship interiors. Let's say part one. Let's say part one, where they can at least the cockpit to the ramp. You can actually walk around your cockpit. They can do that really fast. It's just a matter of how much money FDev wants to put into this game. And their first love is not this game. You know, they're working with Universal on Jurassic Park. So think about that. You know, Universal is a massive company. So does anybody know Frontier besides some English people in Cambridge? So a super well-known company is working with a rinky-dinky unknown company in England. So their first priority is the dinosaur game. That's their first priority. And now it looks like Warhammer is going to be their next priority. It looks like they're working on that. So we're not even in the radar. But really, if you think about it, in 1 month they can solve all their problems. They can get ship interiors started. Okay, and then let's say within a year they can have ship interiors on all ships. And I'm talking usable ship interiors, just like in maybe less than a year, maybe 6 months. It really wouldn't require much work. I know it. I'm telling you, it just wouldn't require much work. Just like Earth-like worlds. Where are those Earth-like worlds? Right? Where are the Earth-like worlds? Right? It's 12 years later, man. 12 years. Just retarded. But you keep popping out ships and vessels, vehicles. I don't know, man. I really don't think so. I really don't think so. I don't think so, Lucas. They already have the work in Jurassic Park and Planet Zoo. They already have that. So it's just cut and paste, because those games work with the same game engine, the Cobra game engine. So just cut and paste into this game. And then throw it in a procedural generation oven, and you got yourself Earth-like worlds. The problem is, most people, when they do things, they have to do things all at once. That's why game costs $100 million. Okay? That's why we have no new exobiology. They gotta do the whole thing all at once. Well, what's the next one? We gotta do another 12 exobiologies. So, they can just do a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time.
Operation complete. Commence system shutdown. Welcome, Commander.
Tearing issues? What are you talking about? Tearing issues? Or tearing issues? What is that? Tearing or tearing? Okay, so I'm hearing Nemo's. Let's give him the stuff. Let's give him the stuff that he wants. Donate. And he's ready to go. But I have nothing to modify, so I'm gonna buy 2 frag cannons. Tiering issues? What tiering issues? What are you talking about? Of the planets. Tiering issues. Sorry, Lucas, I have no clue what you're talking about. What is the tiering issues? Okay, so let's dump 2. And we'll upgrade 2. When Nazi dropped, they reworked the world generation system. Unfortunately, that caused planets to display tiers when you look at them from certain heights. The graphical surface tier. Okay. I never seen that before. Maybe I'll look for it. Okay, frag cannons. Pacifiers, I can only use 2. 3, so let's add 2 frag cannons. Okay. I didn't know that was an issue. I really didn't know that was an issue. Are you a game designer, Lucas? Coder, game designer? Frag cannons. What we want to do is... So there's high capacity. We can do high capacity or we can do double shot. Now double shot is probably the best one to do. And if you have pacifiers, double shot actually is phenomenal. So we're going to work on double shot. Ah, okay. Yeah, you can't ask them to do heavy duty work. Heavy duty coding, but they can do light coding. Earth-like worlds, it wouldn't be very hard to actually do. Since they already have it's just cut and paste from the other games they have. Planet Zoo, there you go, right there. Cut and paste. Okay, I'm out. Shit, crack industrial firmware. And I should have gotten more. Let's go and get some more. Fuck. God damn it. That's another thing. Material vendors. Why don't they have material vendors here?
Takeoff
For
procedure
God's sakes.
complete. Clear for
Pisses me
departure.
off every time I think about it. Encoded. Muratu.
Flight control now offline. Goodbye,
Yeah, it would be the.
Commander.
It would be. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but I did start the conversation by saying if they have extra people on the team, maybe another 10, I said that all their problems will be fixed within a month. 6 months the latest.
3, 2,
In Earth-like worlds, they already have the Planet Zoo, Jurassic Park is built on the Cobra game engine. So they have the assets. It's all C++. Okay? So they have the assets. All they have to do is cut and paste. Cut and paste. But if they don't have the team, they don't have the manpower working on this game, it's never going to happen. I think that's the biggest problem they have is the manpower. There's nobody working on this game. They have to pull people from other games and other projects to do something in Elite. That's what they even said. They even said that. So I gotta go to Sorrento, Corrento, Murato. Ugh. But if they don't have people to work on it, that's why they don't fix anything anybody suggests. Like you're talking about the tearing, or tearing. I didn't even know that was an issue. Maybe I'll look for it next time I do that. But
frameshift drive charging.
they have the assets. They can just do it, but they don't have the team. Everybody else is working on the other stuff. So Elite Dangerous, that's the last thing. Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Cities, oceans, forests, clouds. I agree. Oceans, forests, clouds probably be the best thing, but cities, that would be hard. I don't think they can do that. I don't think they have the assets, those assets. Where am I going? Tingen Ring, there we go. That's probably lined up for Elite Dangerous too. I don't think we'll have an Elite Dangerous too, but Jesus. Did you see that? Isn't that beautiful? I love gravity wells. Here's another gravity well. Lucas, this is something that you know nothing about, that I know a lot about. Their overall EBITDA before they did any kind of investment in development. Okay, their EBITDA was 9 million. What did Elite make? 9 million. Without Elite, FDev would have showed a negative cash flow. They have a lot of operating expenses, and I think a lot of has to do with the licenses they have on all these games that they're trying to work on. So Elite made a clean $9 million of profit. So even though FDev did 104. No, actually they did 104 pounds, 104 million pounds. Their overall profit was like 14 million. Their EBITDA, 14 million. Okay. So they have a lot more expenses than they actually report. So that's actually horrible. Most companies do about 40% of their net revenue. So they're not doing that. Without Elite Dangerous, there would be negative cash flow. They would be negative cash because they really don't have any expenses on Elite. They're borrowing people from all the other games to actually work on Elite. They don't really have overhead for Elite.
Landing successful. Docking restraints engaged.
So without Elite, there'll be negative cash flow.
Information, Commander.
Because they invested something like 7 million or 8 million in they're gonna do Planet Zoo. So they're gonna invest another 8 million or so. Now I didn't say you know nothing, but you're talking to someone who knows a lot more than most people. So they're not doing that well, even though they're bragging about how much revenue they brought in. They really suck. Okay, they're not doing that well, and if it wasn't for Elite, they'd be actually in negative cash flow, which would be fucking horrible for the stock market. Imagine having 104 million in revenue, which is a net positive, and then having zero cash flow. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, they did. And they laid off a bunch of people, etc., etc. But their latest report, they're bragging about their revenue, that it was up 40% or 50%. I don't know what it was. They did 104 million pounds. Okay. But when you look at their EBITDA, it's horrible.
Detach confirmed. Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the airlock.
And that's before any kind of research or development in new games. So they're not doing that great. But if you, and I'm saying this about Elite, if you pull Elite out of that picture, there would be a negative cash flow. They'd be negative. Okay? Elite actually saving their ass. And I'm sure the board of directors know that. Maybe that's why they're still keeping it around.
Speed restrictions are now lifted. Have a safe trip, Commander.
No, that's not a good sign. It isn't. You're right. So, Bill Turner. Invitation from Dee Dee. I got Dee Dee invitation. That's good. Let's see. Bill Turner. Bill Turner, I like to do the cargo racks with. The Mercoin cargo racks. So I pin the Bill Turner for the cargo racks. But I don't intend to do cargo racks on this guy. Let's see. Well, she does like Elite Dangerous. She said she came to FDev because of Elite Dangerous. So, and we have been getting some good, I would say some good things happen, right? And be honest with you, the Rhino is old. That's been on the drawing board for a very long time. I remember playing with someone like 5 years ago and they're telling me about the Rhino. I said, what is a Rhino? He says it's a SRV. It's a big SRV. But it never came out. So I knew about the Rhino about 5 years ago. So Rhino's old news. So must have been in the drawing board for a long time, but they just decided to push it out now. Right? So let's go back to we're going back to our lovely Yoru. So we can do the frag cannons. We need to upgrade Nemo, right? Zachariah Nemo. Alright, Lucas, take care. Fly dangerous. True big red. Why are you flying dangerous?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Anyway, that's our conversation about that.
Fuel scooping complete.
That's a conversation about that. That's good to have somebody like that challenge you. But I was honest about the financials, man. If they go down in sales in any of the other games, there'll be negative cash flow. There will be. I actually foresee that in the next couple of quarters. We're not doing so well. Okay. Maybe we should lower the price on Planet Zoo. There has been another kind of Planet Zoo, not Planet Zoo, Jurassic Island or some shit like that. Dinosaur Island. It's another kind of Jurassic World game. You know? But you got Universal pushing the game, so that's probably where the money goes. It's probably where the money goes. So we did Celine Jean, Zachariah, and Jury. I want to do lower the sensors, the weight of the sensors, because the sensors are the heaviest things on the ship. One of the heaviest things on the ship. So just to get more jump range, and then maybe tomorrow we'll go back to Colonia with this tune. I still have to work on Odyssey engineering, suit, gun, etc.
Orbital flight engaged.
Yep. So I opened up DD. What does DD do? I forgot. When we stop, we'll look at DD.
Zorgon Peterson, Delta, Romeo Alpha. Flight control online. Welcome, Commander. Request docking permission if you wish to land. Clearance granted. Proceed to landing pad 05.
Landing gear deployed.
Okay.
Landing operation complete.
Alright, so let's do the
Shutdown.
engineering on
Welcome,
the
Commander.
2 frag cannons. I finally got the cracked industrial firmware. Alright. Ah, mechanical components. God damn it. Okay. Am I level 5 yet? No, not yet. Shit. Let's put it... I can't do oversized. Dazzle shell. This sucks. Oh, man. Let's pin it. See if I can get him from... Let's see if I can get him to 5. Based on what I got right now. Yeah, I told you, Jack, these guys are great. Their Galtea project is phenomenal. Very well organized. I think they got 3 hubs now. They're working on a 3rd one a few months ago. So they got like these small little bubbles. Small little bubbles going on. Yeah, so you can expand from those bubbles, I guess, if you want. Right? But very impressive. Incredibly impressive. Very organized. I like it. Very, very organized. Is he not 5 yet? Come on, dude. Okay, I'm maxed. I reached max. So I got this pinned, but I don't have the mechanical equipment. Mechanical crap. So I pinned the frag cannons. So we can move on now. I'm running out of materials. So Zachariah Nemo is pinned. Is done. Let's take a look at what else we need. We got pretty much everything except one more thing. Jury Ishmack. I want to do the sensor so I can reduce the weight. Alright, so jury is the scanners, right? We wanted to reduce the scanners, the weight of the scanners. I think. Isn't jury scanners? Let's see. Jury scanners. Let me see. The sensors. Yeah, the sensors. So we can go to lightweight with jury. So we need to do that. And shields. Lei Chung. I'm probably not going to have the materials for Lei Chung. And I think I'm done. The rest I can do in Colonia. DD is shield boosters, but I need Lavium brandies. Okay. Let's go and do jury first and see if I can reduce the yeah, I get it done. Let's see if I can reduce the weight of those sensors. That's a must. That's a must. Yeah, so Jack, I was saying about the Galtia project. So they got a third bubble now. They had two, as far as I knew. They do them about 2,000 light years apart, right? Which is pretty decent, right? 2,000 light years is pretty decent. And so I know they're working on a third. They're working on a third bubble, mini bubble, right? But yeah, it's pretty freaking impressive. 42 ports, 4 dodecs. How many systems? 42 systems, right? Yeah.
Goodbye, Commander.
I'm impressed. I like organizational things. I like stuff like that. They have their own website, you know? They're telling you what they're doing. So that's pretty cool. Yep. I might go down there myself. Take 3 fleet carriers down there and see if I can help them out. I gotta get in contact with them. I don't know how to do that though. I don't know who to talk to. You know, so I can help out in their Sagway. That could be some content there also, you know, since they're working on the Galtia project. You know, maybe I've been harsh a little bit sometimes, but pre-AIM EHD D1264, is that a major hub or? I don't even know how to say that. Who comes up with these names? I think we should be able, once you colonize them, I think you should be able to change the names. Seriously. That should be our payment for all the hard work we do. At least we can change the names. Yeah, big hub, huh? Wow. Anything good in the area? Can you colonize anything good in the area? Is there anything you can grab? Real estate.
Frameshift drive charging.
Real estate wise.
Ready to engage.
So what do you think about Colonia? Is anything gonna happen in Colonia? Nothing? They're not saying much. They're not saying anything actually. Just you know, Galnet, that's the only people talking about possibly something happening, but I'm willing to stay another week. Because I really do miss colonization. I'd be honest, I'm addicted to it. My sleep is all fucked up. It's completely messed up, so I can't sleep well right now. I sleep like 3 hours. From 12 to 3, I wake up and then I got nothing to do, so I kind of I got downloaded some stuff from Udemy, some Python challenges and stuff, so I can hone my skills. So I'm gonna probably end up doing that at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, but Mega Market is not colonization, right? It's not gonna be colonization. Anyway, I'm leaving the 3 up there anyway, so. And maybe I'll bring 3 more to one of the hubs of Galtia. Maybe the one closer to the Galactic Center, the most latest one. They have a name for it. I forgot what the name is. Actually, we should look it up. Actually, right? But there is a name. They gave it a name. I forgot the name. But I miss doing stuff. Power play. I miss doing. I'm gonna actually suggest that we should have like a level. It'll be if we're king or admiral, we should be able to take a superpower. But like, let's say we're ranked 250 on your power, like Grom or Mayhem or whatever who you with. You should be able to take the power with you. You know, you're colonizing, you're starting a hub. You should be able to take that with you. In my thought, my opinion. Where did you put that, Jack? Material, power play. Because now you can work on power play stuff, fortifying your system and then expanding from that system out. I think that'd be a great idea. And our squadron should be minor factions. I think they should be minor factions as is. We should have minor factions. They got to bring that back. I think. Where did you put that, Jack? Locations, something locations, right? Special locations and finds. I think that's where you put it. Was it there? No. I'm looking for the post you put with Galtia. Let me see the Galtia project. Oh, here, website. I got it. Never mind. Let's see. They're halfway there. 52. They even have a distance counter. They're halfway there. I almost hit that damn antenna. God damn it.
Zorgon Peterson, Delta, Romeo Alpha, flight control online. Welcome, Commander. Request docking permission if you wish to
Exploration.
land. Clearance granted. Proceed to landing pad.
Current phase. Supply point list, is that it? Let's see. They have like wow, bridging. Wow, look at that, dude. Oh, dude, you gotta check out the website. You gotta check out the bridge. Holy shit, these guys are organized. They got planned, right? Yeah, so they named it. So where they have the supply systems. Yeah, they name the location. They tell you what's in that system. What industrial high tech. Wow. Check it out, dude. They got all their supply locations. Right now they're working on Arcades. Arcades location. The Arcades location. That is impressive. That is impressive, dude. They are impressive. Seriously speaking. Hats off to the guy who organized that. Really fucking awesome, man. That's awesome. Good job. Seriously. Good job. Okay, surface scanners, missile sensors. I already got surface scanners, right? But I can take it to level 5. Okay. So let's do sensors. We want to do lightweight scanner to reduce the weight. Right now is 64 tons. So I'm going to reduce the weight. So those are all the hubs in that one page, all the hubs where they have where you can get materials from, so you can colonize off those hubs. That's not bad, man. I might take up my guys to the Arcades area. I got to help out. I feel I don't know how. I don't know what to do, who to talk to. You know, what do I do? Who to talk to? I gotta do some hauling, right? So you gotta do some hauling. But who do you talk to? Anyway. Those are the mini bubbles. That's amazing, dude. These guys are really, really impressive. They're impressed me, man. Not a lot of people impress me, but they're impressive.
Incoming message.
My goodness. Okay, so this guy I brought to level 5, and I'm gonna pin the lightweight scanner. I might do long range scanner with one of the Colonia engineers. But it was 64 tons. Now I'm down to 12. So that's damn good. That gives me more range. Definitely gives me more range. Okay, so let's pin this. I'm down 12 tons. Great. So the surface scan, I got 3, so let's expand this a little bit. But 64 ton, 64 ton scanner, whatever it is, that's a pretty heavy duty scanner. Okay, so I'm out of mechanical components. I can get that by swapping. That's okay. Good enough. Okay. So he's pinned. Who did he give me as a Information on the Sarge. Invitation from Colonel Bristecker, but Colonel Bristecker isn't sold, so I don't have sold open. Bill Turner. What do I need for Bill Turner? Bill Turner would be good for the DD Venom is the shield generators. Where's Bill Turner? I gotta get some materials. Man. The Sarge. I gotta get midshipman to get the Sarge, but I'm probably not gonna do that. Bill Turner. I get friendly with Alliance. Come on. Friendly with the Alliance. Okay. Alright, so forget Bill Turner. Chloe Sadusky we didn't do. So we got DD Vitamin for shield boosters and Lai Chang for the shield generators. Those are the two that are left. So let's go to Lai Chang, but I gotta get some mechanical components. But we'll get that there. And Lashak. Next jump. So what's our jump range actually? Let's see. Because we reduced the weight, so we're at 69. Well, we're gonna reduce more of the weight so we can jump to Colonia, right? So we'll do reduce by only thing is I gotta take some cargo with me. Progenitor cells. Jack, do you know if they have progenitor cells in Colonia?
Takeoff procedure complete. Clear for departure.
Really? Balfenheim? You gotta love those German guys. Do you know if they have progenitor cells in Colonia? No. Well, this is one way of finding out.
Flight control now offline. Goodbye, Commander.
Right. Nearest station. Commodities. Progenitor cells. So this way I don't have to carry them with me because there's 200 tons of stuff, so I would think after all this time they'd have them there, but who knows. Yeah, it looks like there is, and there's somebody selling 16,000 tons of it. Zorro Orbital. Shit. Yeah, there looks like there is, so I might not take him with me. Just leave the cargo racks here.
Frameshift drive charging.
And give me more weight.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
He's selling it for 645. So that'd be about, Jesus, he's making a killing. 120 million. Man. Yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay. There is stations there that actually sell progenitor cells, but you're gonna have to run around a little bit. Very, very little.
3,
And there's a guy selling it for 60,000. No, 600,000. So you're gonna have to pay like 120 million for 200 of them. Well done, dude. Okay. Let's go see Lei Chung. Let's see if we can pin shields. Where's Lei Chung? Hello, there he is. Trader's Rest. Yeah, I might do that, dude. I might go to their latest the location that they got, Project Galtia. You're in Balfonheim, right? The active one, right? They're bridging at Arcades, right? So they named they actually gave them all names. Look at this, man. Right, the last time I actually looked up their stuff, they were finishing up Redorana. That was maybe 3 months ago, 2 months ago. 2 months ago, so one site. So they're doing about 2,000 light years a month. I wouldn't be surprised if they're in Colonia very, very soon. I might go to Arcades system. They're bridging the Arcades system right now. Fun times. Okay, so Lei Chung and Didi Vitamin. Didi, I don't know what I need to do to get Didi open. But Didi would be for the shield boosters. But I'm doing a lot of engineering and then there's still the 4 up in Colonia. So tomorrow maybe I will do the trip up to Colonia, make a few stops, scan some places. Maybe even go visit one of these locations on the Gal. I mean, that's some amazing work. Yeah, so honestly, to tell you the truth, Jack, I don't think, I mean, FDev would, it would be really fucking mean of FDev if they were to put a hub up in Colonia when these guys are working so damn hard. And they're so organized.
Sorgon, Peterson Delta, Romeo Alpha, commencing automated flight control routine. Please observe docking protocols. Access granted. Proceed to landing pad 03.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, I might go up to where you're at. Maybe might go to the middle one tomorrow. To Ridorana.
Touchdown complete. Engaging ship restraints. You'll
Actually,
Right
Balfenheim
has
is the
been
middle one, right?
noted.
Yeah. 3, 5. Yeah, Balfenheim. Alright, let's see if I can unlock this guy. I don't have any damn materials. Okay. Surface scanners, shield generators, shield boosters, sensors. So you can unlock the sensor here also, prismatics. So we're gonna go with reinforced shields, right? Let's do that. Lei Chung. So right now you're at Balfenheim. I see. Wow, they got 6. It says it has 6 super supply systems. Dude, these guys are fucking great. I love these guys. I love these guys. I really do. Really good job. Okay, that's it. I gotta get mechanical components. God damn it. Oh. Laksak. Manufactured. Uganda. I gotta go to Uganda. 22 jumps with your fleet carrier. That's how long it took you to get there? Not bad, man.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship restraints disengaged. Commence departure. Disengaging automated flight control routine. Safe level, Commander.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Uganda. Uganda.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Nice. Okay. I might go there myself. I think you got a good idea there. I'd like to take a look at the arcade system.
Fuel scooping.
Ulganda. Ulganda. Go to Cassidy. And Ulganda. Okay. Ulganda. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go there myself. I don't know if I'm gonna take the fleet carrier. I think I'm gonna jump with this Caspian. Let's see if I can take a look around, scan some things, see what's up there, and then go back to. So where you're at is about the halfway point, because it takes about 45 jumps, 44 jumps to back to the bubble, right? So you're at the halfway point, which is a good place to be. Yep. What the hell is that?
Sorgon Peterson, Delta Romeo Alpha, FFC channel open. Submit a request if you wish to dock in this facility,
Okay.
Commander. Attention, Commander.
Sorry, my
This is a no-fire
VPN was
zone.
showing.
Aggressors will be penalized. Access granted. Please land on pad
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's the halfway point, because
You are go for
it's
automated
45,
docking. Enjoy the ride, Commander.
45 jumps to the Colonia from the bubble. Yeah, so it's at the halfway point. That's pretty decent. It's pretty nice. Yeah, I might go there myself with the Caspian, see how far it takes me, how long it takes me to get there. Take a look around, but I don't know the systems that are there. You said you're in pre. Yeah, okay, I know, I see it.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, they said that's one direction they're going, but they're going to Sagittarius A. I'm sure there's gonna be an offshoot from it.
Touchdown sequence complete. Powered out
I'm
your
sure of it.
Welcome to the station, Commander.
I'm sure of it. Trust me. Mechanical components. Where's the mechanical components? Damn it. 5. Let's give some of this. Okay, it should be enough. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to Wang Chung.
Landing gear retracted.
Detach confirmed. You are go for departure.
Yeah, I know. But I wonder if they're gonna actually. No, they said that they were. Who told me that? Who told me that? One of the guys working on the Galway, the Sagway. He's in the Mercs of Myken. Sorry, I gotta see what I'm doing at the same time. I'm trying to talk at the same time. He's in the Mercs of Myken, so he said that they're gonna go to Colonia too. So. But But Colonia is kind of out of the way, right? It's like to the side. It's not really.
Frameshift drive charging.
That would suck. They go up to they go to Sagittarius A and just ignore Colonia completely. Alright, so I've been working at this for a few hours. So today we did the Blaster, we did Jury, we did Zachariah, we did Celine Jean. So we did more than yesterday. We did like four of them. So now we're working on Wang Chung. Do you remember that song? Jack, Wang Chung tonight. Everybody, Wang Chung tonight. So you're gonna do some exploration around there, see what's around. I'm sure there's a lot of real estate, a lot of real estate. No plans, huh? Yeah, because it doesn't look like Colonia. I don't think anything's going to happen to Colonia. To be honest with you. It would go against their colonization rule, right? Directive of 15 light year daisy chaining. If they put a hub in Colonia. You know, so if they did it there, they're going to say, oh, why don't you do a Rainbow's End? Do it there too. You know?
Orbital flight engaged.
Lady Vatamin is probably the last one I'll do, and then I'll go up to Colonia. But I'll probably do that tomorrow after I do some outfitting. Maybe I'll stop where you're at first. Yeah, I know, right? It's strange. You know? Very, very strange. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bio break while this is landing. I'll be right back.
Commencing automated flight control routine. Please observe docking protocols. Access granted. Proceed to landing pad 05.
Fighting gear deployed.
Touchdown complete. Engaging ship restraints. Your arrival has been noted.
Alright, I'm back. I'm losing my crowd here. I'm down to 4 now. That's nice. So, we'll do DD Vatamin. Tomorrow we'll go to Colonia. We'll do a nice neutron highway. Neutron highway.
Incoming message.
We'll see if we go up to the bubble. I'd like to take a look around and maybe do some scanning up there. But I don't have the Nomad on this. I don't have the Nomad on this, so... And I don't really want to put the Nomad on this because it's just going to sit up in Colonia for a while. I don't know how long it's going to be sitting up there. Now I need manganese. This is just too much. I might do a materials gathering video because I'm not gonna do any more. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any more power play mining with this one. eastern front of the Milky Way? Oh, that doesn't seem... You mean... Fast charge. Okay. Eastern front of the Milky Way. So they're gonna go east after they go to Sajay. Yeah, I take that. I understand. So Colonia is more west than east. I thought they were going to Colonia. What's his name said that? From Dukes of Myken. The guy from the Dukes of Myken. Okay, let's do the surface scan. This is a full surface scanner. I only have 310. Goodness God. 210. It's not going to be full. Okay. Okay, so let's move on. So we actually pinned it, right? We pinned the should we do fast charge? I did fast charge as a pin, right? Or should I pin oh, I didn't pin the blueprint too. Reinforced shields. I did fast charge. Should I put something different? Let me see. Multi-weave gives me more resistance. No, we'll leave it at fast charge. Doesn't matter. Alright. Let's go and see what Didi needs. And then we're done. We're done with engineers in the bubble. I think I'm done. I don't think I'm gonna do any more. I need Lavian brandy. Okay, 50 Lavian brandy. Yeah, the Myken guys, the Myken guys want to go to Colonia.
Landing gear retracted.
That's what that Myken, the Merc of Myken guy said. So they want to go to Sag, but they also want to go to Colonia. But there's not that many Myken guys. Only like, I think there's only 10 of them working on that in the Galtia project. The Galtia project, they have like a lot of people. They have a lot of people. Very impressed.
Drive charging.
See, good organization, good management, then you got yourself a massive group, massive effort. Because they actually did 4,000 light years in a few months only. Like, it's amazing. So they're almost to Sag. Almost there. They're 53% of the way there, so that's impressive. But there's a lot of territory, so I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna buy the Nomad for this ship because this is an alt. I don't really want to spend the money on an alt if it's just gonna sit there for months, right? So we're gonna go to Lave. So I might not do Lave. I might not do the Nomad for this. Which is bad because that means I won't be able to land in certain places.
Frameshift drive charging.
Lavian Brandy. Where am I gonna pick up the Lavian Brandy? What station? Lave. I gotta go Lave first. Oh, does that mean wait, that's right. They only like sell 25 at a time, right? I think so. Really? Really, Jack?
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on. I was planning on leaving. This morning, but you know, I had the ear infection, and I was just like,
4, 3, 2,
I can't think straight. I only sleep like 3 hours a night, so I was like, nah. So people are leaving Colonia. Why would Galnet start that rumor about there being colonization in Colonia? Why would they do that? That's not nice. But there is a lot of good territory, a lot of good real estate up in Colonia. Too bad they're not doing anything about it. Oh, we don't know. Maybe tomorrow we'll know. Maybe Thursday we'll know. But I think this week is going to be a quiet week. What do you think? Misplaced teaser? Yeah, I know. Lave. As Lave. I don't know. I don't know, Jack. I don't know why they would do that. So Lei Chung, we got DD vitamins. So we did quite a few. I'm not gonna do Bill Turner. But I'll leave these guys up there, and one of the locations, maybe where you're at, I'll bring 3 more, 3 carriers or 3 accounts up there. Maybe. So I can do some colonization up there.
Delta Romeo Alpha. This is an independent star system, Commander. Request docking
Yeah, I'm in their
permission
Discord,
now.
but there's a lot going on. I don't know who to contact, and then you're blocked off
Automated
on a
docking
lot of things. Like you can't say anything here, you can't say anything there. So you're kind of blocked off on certain places. Like everything is locked off. If you look at it at Galatea, everything's locked off. Even the memes. Media.
landing gear deployed.
Contact. Commence system shutdown.
In order to maintain smooth traffic flow, please follow standard operating procedures and request docking permission before entering the starport.
That's amazing. Okay. So Lavian Brandy, I have to do, I think it's only 25 or something like that, right? And DD wants 50. 48. DD wants 50. How many does she want? Come on, young. Come on, tell me you only want 50. A 48. DD vitamin. 50. Oh shit. Oh no. Alright, so I gotta buy 48 now. Come back for 2. That's awesome. Oh shit. Okay. Can't you just be happy with 48?
Landing gear retracted.
Ship released. Restrict speed until clear of the station perimeter.
Yeah. You really can't communicate with these guys. That's their target system? That's crazy. Wow. 24,000 light years from Seoul. 7,000 from Sajay. How far is it from Colonia? So they don't plan on going to Colonia at all. Where am I going? DD1 vitamin is in where? Where's DD?
Speed restrictions are now lifted. Flight control signing off.
Let's see. 4 light years. That's only 4 light years away. No big deal.
Frameshift drive charging.
It must be. That's cool. That's very, very cool. So they found themselves a nice location. Nice location. I think the Dukes want to go to. The Dukes wanted to go to Colonia. Yeah, in the Project Galtia, there really isn't any thread that's open that you can talk to. There's really nowhere nobody can talk to in Project Altea. It's all closed.
Orbital flight engaged.
Yeah. But how? Anyway. It's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting.
Zorgon Peterson Delta Romeo Alpha. Automated flight control protocol initiated. Please submit a request prior to landing. Docking permission authorized. You may proceed to landing pad 05.
Landing gear deployed.
Docking procedure completed. Ship secured. Greetings, Commander.
Okay. Let's give Dee Dee what she wants, and we have to go get 2 more. Okay, gotta get 2 more. I did sign up. Didn't I sign up? How am I in the channel if I didn't sign up? But I don't know where I belong.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship released. Departure authorized.
Seriously. Anyway, I'll figure that out some other time. I got too many things happening right now.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Okay. Let's go back to Lave, get 2 more. 2 more. Can't they change that number to 48? Or change the Lave amount to 50? Seriously, man. A little bit of
Frameshift drive charging.
so you don't have to do it's annoying. You have to do 2 trips. I have to do another trip just for 2 Lavian brandy.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Rules and rolls. Okay. Well, I still got to work on my bridge. I still got to build some posts there because I do have 72 72 locations, man. So that is a lot. So I got to work on some things over there. I might go where you're at and just take a look around. But I won't do it with a fleet carrier as of yet. Maybe build something off of that hub. But if the Dukes are not going there, and these guys are not going to Colonia, then how the hell is colonization going to come to Colonia? What are they going to do? How's it going to come to Colonia?
Logan Peterson, Delta, Romeo, Alpha. Comms link established. Please approach the station at a safe speed and give way to larger vessels, Commander. Request approved. Cleared for landing on docking bay 2-5. You are clear for automated approach, Commander.
Landing gear deployed.
This station offers a wide range of services. Sensory information
Touchdown confirmed. Commence system shutdown.
All right. I'm reading some of the things that they posted in the chat. Really interesting. But you're not allowed to talk in anything that they got there. I don't know. So
Landing gear retracted.
Ship detach complete. Restrict speed until clear of the station perimeter.
to keep docking bay traffic flowing smoothly. We request pilots avoid
okay. Let's see.
Speed restrictions are now lifted. Flight control out.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Okay, let's go and do the last bit of engineering. Where's the vitamin? There she is. Okay. Come on, slow down. Gravity well even here.
Orbital flight engaged.
I need materials, man. I might have to do some material runs. I don't know. I need some materials. You can do it the normal way. Just go and pick them up with limpets.
Peterson Delta Romeo Alpha. Automated flight control protocol initiated.
Go and jump on the trees
Please
with the
prior to landing.
SRV.
Docking permission authorized. You may proceed to landing pad 08.
Go run around the
Landing gear deployed.
Jameson's crash site with the SRV.
Docking procedure completed. Ship secured.
Anyway,
Greetings, Commander.
let's see what I can do here. I don't have much materials left, so I thought I would have more, but doesn't seem like I do. Come on, what the hell? Okay, so let's go to shield booster. We'll just do heavy duty shields. Let's see if I can do it. I can do it because I don't have much materials left. I don't know what's gonna happen. So far, this account has Felicity Farseer, Elvira Martuk, Marco Quint, Professor Palin, Liz Ryder, The Dweller, The Blaster, Juri Ishmak, Zachariah Nemo, Celine Jean, Lei Chang, and now Didi Veteran. And when I go back to Colonia, I'll get the four engineers up there, and that'll be a total, I think, of 18 engineers that I'll have pinned. Craziness. And I'm a completionist. But let me tell you, that's something I just don't feel like completing. Seriously. Now I'm missing 10. Oh my god. Oh my god. Come on, man. Damn. Where am I at?
Ship released. Departure authorized.
Raw materials. Ritilia, whatever the hell that is. Oh, God.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage. Frameshift drive charged.
So how are they going to get their power up there? How are they going to get materials traders up there? How are they going to get engineers up there? Without these things, colonization becomes just nothing. You really can't take the powers up there unless they have a power play version 3.0 where you can take the powers up there. You can take your minor faction up there, but you'll be just like Colonia for the next decade until they decide to bring the powers up there. So you can't do power play. You won't be able to do power play where they're at, right? No, they'll do colonization, but they're if they want to do material trading, you know, like get their stuff done. How are they gonna do that? Or engineering, how are they gonna do that? So they'll have a home, but it'll be an empty home with no furniture. Where the fuck is this place? Kennedy Dock. So that's my whole point about colonization. It's just it's not cool. It really is not cool. If you don't have material trader, you don't have the tech broker, like at least for the Guardian. You don't have engineers. Okay, so what do you got up there? What are you gonna have? And then there's no power play. So there's no way of, you have a bubble, but there's no way of growing that bubble in your power. I think I'm gonna revise the suggestion I made. I made a suggestion a while ago, and I'm just gonna revise it and put more stuff on it. You know, but it's not going anywhere. Nothing's gonna happen. The biggest problem is the power play, because you can't take your powers with you, right? You'll have a power play representative in your station, but you won't be able to take your powers with you. That's what sucks. And people like, I like power play. I like the power play, some of the things to do in power play. Right? So right now, power play is reserved only for the bubble. Pretty much. Engineering only for the bubble. Except for Colonia has those. But you got to get invitation from the bubble to do the engineers in Colonia. Right? Material traders only reserved for the bubble.
Alpha, this is an Alliance station. Please comply with STARCOM regulations at all times. Access granted. You are cleared on that 2-4. Automatic docking system engaged.
They should have thought about that before they started this shit. They thought that the 15 light year range would limit people, but they didn't limit anybody. So, don't know. I don't know.
Landing gear deployed.
Ship is down. Stab restraints engaged.
So I need tin. Manganese and tin. Let's get 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just in case. We don't have enough selenium. Damn it. Shit. Only gives me 3. Nah. Let's see what I got. I got Moldavian, so let's do this. We'll do it laterally. Boron. Let's do boron. That's better. little bit more. All right. Maybe get a little bit more selenium. Okay. Okay, we'll leave it at that. So good. Let's go back. Finish up what we need to finish. Problem with colonization, guys, basically is that you don't take your powers with you, so power play is out. Okay, you can do operations anywhere, so that's a good thing. You don't have material traders there. You don't have the tech brokers there. You don't have a lot of things. Most of all, you can't even rename the systems. Like, that's one of the problems they said. They want to rename the system, and FDev is not going to let them. I don't know why. You know, they'd make a ton of money if they just let us fucking rename systems.
You are all clear. StarCon looks forward to receiving you again.
That's the problem with colonization. So now they're going to be all the way up by the galactic center, but they're not going to be able to do anything up there other than maybe play. So they're still going to have to use the bubble somehow, and then they're going to have to travel back and forth, which is going to be a nightmare. You know, so when you go up there, that's it. You stay up there. You're not going to be anywhere else. You're not going to be anywhere else. That's a problem.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
You're not going to be anywhere else. You go up there, you're not going to be anywhere else. So what will you be able to do? Except minor factions, more colonization. It'll be endgame. So maybe you can do operations. You can do operations. That's for sure. Yeah, but they're way out, dude. They're even farther than Colonia. Well, no, there's 2,000 light years further, so they're pretty far out. They're gonna have to do colonization 2.0 and power play 3.0 very, very soon.
Orbital flight engaged.
Yeah, after this, I think I'm pretty much done. I think life supports is done by Jameson, right? Am I in? Yeah, I'm in Jameson, so I can go and I can get life support from her.
Zolgan Peterson Delta Romeo Alpha. Automated flight control protocol initiated. Please submit a request prior to landing. Docking permission authorized.
Jack, the solution is pretty simple.
To landing pad 05.
I suggested that you keep the current state of engineers, but you have engineer apprentices that are mobile, that we can plant in stations during colonization. That's one thing.
Docking procedures.
Material vendors, the tech brokers, all those people should be purchasable through whatever as a module in your T3. We're just a little bit of extra arcs or a little bit extra cash, right? A fleet carrier vendor, they're not going to have a fleet carrier vendor up there. That's another thing. So all these things should be fixed now, because people are building going up there. So if they have these services, they're like, FDev is thinking of us. If they don't, then 10 years later they decide to put it in when nobody else is playing. Okay? They should have these things in the game already. And they got plenty of NPCs hanging around the stations, so they just E for interact and a loading screen somewhere, right? That's it. Just interact with them, and then we can make some changes. We can do some things on them. Okay, so DD Vitamin, I'm going to do shield booster, heavy duty shields. And we're going to pin this. Actually, we're going to do supercapacitors. Or should we do flow control? Let's do supercapacitors. And let's pin this. Okay. So we're going to pin the heavy duty shield. Let's do the other one. And then we're done. They should have regular updates to colonization, to power play, to Vanguard. They should have regular updates to stuff, Trailblazer updates. And it's, Power Play 2.0, Power Play 2.1, Power Play 2.2. We added this, we added that. Small little changes that make a big change in the gameplay. Like, for instance, at level 100, now you become a power broker. That you can take your power with you wherever you are and install it in that area. Okay? But you have to do the same things you would if you were acquiring a system. Acquisition, right? Have to do the same thing, and then fortify it if you want to become a fortified system. So it'll give you an opportunity. Think about the gameplay for that. That would create gameplay, because you have to build a system now, right? And if you want fleet carrier, now you have to squadron carrier, not squadron, stronghold carrier. You have to fortify the system, right? So then once you build a stronghold, you can start doing power play from that stronghold to the neighboring systems. But that would be exciting. That's like a bubble within itself, a power play bubble. The supercapacitors. Okay, Guys, I'm pretty much done with not colonization, with engineering. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna head up to one of the Project Galtia places where Jack is right now. I'm probably gonna go to Balvenheim in the Priya-AIM EHD D1264 area and kind of take a look around. Maybe even go to Arcades and take a look around before I go back to Colonia. So I'm gonna actually, instead of taking a full hour to go to Colonia, I'm gonna divert and kind of look around, maybe do some exploration. But I'm unsure right now if I'm gonna put a nomad on the ship, even though I can, because I have the vessel thingy. I was just gonna wait till I can buy it with credits, but I'll see about that tomorrow. Anyway, 07 Commanders, fly dangerously, stay frosty, chew big red.